Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Planet Coaster 2 with Cookie Pirate. Tonight we're going to be hanging out in the tropical park a bit, and then we'll be checking out a few creations. Let's go ahead and just jump right into it. This always feels a little weird when I'm getting started because Flight Sim, I have a very specific way that I do the introductions based on the flight that I'm doing. And then when I load into PC2, it's just like, alright, well, here we are tonight, and this is what we're gonna do, let's go. So I never know really what to say or how to introduce it exactly. Just like, yeah, so today we're doing this, let's go. Today we're going right into the tropical park, so let's get right into it, yeah. As opposed to Flight Sim, like, today we're flying this plane from such and such at this many thousand feet, how long the flight is, and how long it is, and climb aboard and let's go flying. I obviously cannot say that with this game. So, I don't know. I've never really figured out the introduction for PC2. But what's going on, Spino? Finished Book 5, Series 3 of Warriors. The fire scene was crazy. Awesome. PC2 Park, Adventure Isle has 51,503. How? That's so specific. And 2,067 bath pieces. Ow. And it's nowhere near done. Wow. Well, keep up the progress, man. It'll get there. Band player, what's going on, man? Sorry I've missed a few streams. Marching band this week was literally longer daily than a 9 to 5. I do not envy you one bit. But I hope it's been going well for you. Dale, what's going on, man? Good to see you. King Dakar fangirl, bonjour. Ça va? Actually really do not speak French, but I just know a few words. My sister's actually fluent in French. My park is like 100,000 K, zero idea how many path pieces. How do you... I was gonna say, it should give you a count, especially if you're on console, because I think it has that limit. But how do you know how many path pieces you actually have? Like, for example, if I was to go in here, I don't think it would tell me in any of that. If I went into here, oh, select it all. Oh, bien. Yeah, très bien. Just select every single item. Oh dear Lord. My park is too large to do. I don't even think I can do that. Select your park, click I. So when we go load. Oh, you have to multi-select everything. Did that even... Oh, okay. Well, I didn't have everything turned on. 133 special effects pieces. Alright, well, I got something there. I hope I don't crash my game. Okay, there we go. 1454, 11,804 scenery objects, 79 of whatever the castle is, 8 roller coasters. I know I've got more than 8 roller coasters. Yeah, we'll take a look. It didn't even select half of the stuff in the second half of the park. Good lord. Alright, well, let's do this again. Oh, dear Lord. Please do not crash my game. Por favor. Remember, you're able to add selections to others. Yeah, I got it. Yep. Use the plus sign there. The castles equals buildings. I have 411 buildings in this park. 3,300 pieces of footpath. 9 flat rides. As I say, I really have 20. These are at least tracked rides. I don't have 20 roller coasters in the park. I think 15. I was just surprised when I first highlighted. Oh, it didn't still even. And it still missed that big blotch of stuff. Golly. I have a feeling I'm just gonna like blow up my game if I do this. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, we're going overkill here. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Zippity-doo-dah, what a happy shark. My oh my, too much stuff in this park. Plenty of sunshine heading your way. Zippity-doo-dah, get on my coaster today. That was a terrible song. It doesn't make your PC overheat. No, I know. Working on the summer park, it has begun. Awesome. Yeah, I really look forward to seeing what you do with that. I think the spring park so far is my favorite part of the park, so let's see if you can outdo yourself with the summer section. But part of me kind of hopes that you don't. But part of me kind of hopes that you do. Because part of me secretly wants the spring park to still be my favorite because I just absolutely fell in love with what you did there. But at the same time, I always like people seeing people outdo themselves. So that's the great thing about this kind of game is you're not really competing against anybody else. I mean, unless you're competing in like a contest. But then again, it's more like a friendly competition, not really cutthroat. But you're really just competing against yourself is, can I improve upon what I've done? So it literally sits on top of a fifth of sea. Oh gosh. Yep, I understand that. Jimpers, what's going on, man? Good to see you back. Gotta be honest with you, I was glad to see you jump in my flight stream, even if it was just to ask if I was going to be on later. But I kind of had questioned if I was going to play PC2 tonight until you came in and you said what you said. And I'm like, I'm not going to spoil it for everybody else here because you'll see. But once you said what you told me earlier, I'm like, okay, you know what, we got to do PC2 tonight. And I also felt bad because I was feeling terrible last night. And that's why I jumped off, and I pretty much went straight to bed, believe it or not. So, feel a lot better tonight. Here we are, I got a little bit of fresh motivation to do some stuff in the park, even if it's kind of mundane. But I think we'll have a bit of fun. Summertime, and the living is easy. Bradley's on the microphone with Rice MG. All people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified to represent the LBC. I've really gotta... You see, guys, you should be thanking me for this stream. It wasn't 100% because of you, but I will give you credit. You were definitely an influential factor in me streaming tonight. But but not the only factor, so. I know you're teasing, but you definitely do get some credit. I gotta come up with a new rap line here. Walk straight into Splash Harbor, take a left. What rhymes with left? I've already screwed it up. Random update, me and my crush are kinda together. Well, congratulations. I hope it works out well for you. Thanks for sponsoring this stream. Jimper's Cookie, you forgot to add his name in the top right corner. Turn your caps off, band player. So there was actually a study that had been done that it actually is a little bit more difficult for the brain to process reading all caps and small caps, which would be like you have your uppercase, and then where you would normally have lowercase or the smaller capital letters. Than reading lowercase, and I think there's some truth to it because sometimes I kind of have to read more carefully with caps, and it isn't so much just that the fact when somebody says caps that they're shouting, and I really use it for emphasis and stuff like that, but it is by some studies, and I'm sure there are some studies out there that disagree, it is a little bit harder for the human mind to read and process all caps. Pickpocketing everywhere, super high theft. No! Not in this park. We got that crap cleaned up. We put Dale the security guard. I gotta look and see. Let me go into... Yeah, you'll get a kick out of this. Why are they... I think they need to fix that because the... like it defaults to alphabetical order backward for whatever reason. There's a shop vendor. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, right here I present to you a very special security guard named Dale out of my park. And he is very happy, he is highly paid, and he's walking around Buff looking for a fight. Says, alright, where can I find a pickpocketer so I can whoop his butt and throw him out? Would you like to check out the coaster now or later? I can drop the code whenever. We'll check it out later. You can drop the code now and I'll save it. I use it to put an emphasis on words, so I bet you put emphasis on that word, and now I've taken your ability to read. Oh, I'm very good at reading, it just takes a little bit more time to process. Rename him to Dale out on my park. Alright, we can do that. There we go, capital O-U-T, out on my park. I don't remember when, but I think we were making jokes about that. I said, you know what, if you're gonna grumble about the pickpocketing so much, let's just hire a bunch of security guards and name you one. And then somebody got caught for vandalism, and I'm like, okay, where's Dale? And he was in the freaking staff room. No, I swapped 4 or 5 words that worked too well. Arf, arf! So, really interesting thing about that. Band player, stop before I go too deep, like off topic on this, but is really fascinating. Is that the human brain actually has the ability to read something and intend what it was trying to say, despite like grammatical errors or switched up words or misspelling, provided that the words have all of the letters, even if they're out of order, but the first and the last letter is correct. And the same like with a sentence, if the first and last word are correct. The ones in the middle can be mixed up, and the brain will usually process that and correct it. That isn't 100% for everybody, but for a lot of people. And I do remember reading a scientific study again. Read this again incredibly carefully. I use it to put emphasis on words, so bet you put emphasis that on word, and now I've taken your ability to read. Don't mind me just building an indoor wild mouse for my park. I wouldn't stop complaining about the pickpocketing, and then I was drinking beers on the clock. Okay, band player, King Dakar fangirl, you're hurting my brain. Band player, stop hurting King Dakar's brain. I was literally going to talk about that last stream. That's funny. Okay. Alright. Walk straight into Splash Harbor Park. Don't worry about the dogs, they don't bite, they just bark. Walk straight up to the plaza, take a left. We got Dale, the security guard, cutting down on theft. We're gonna go up to this hyper coaster that's called a Mako, built by Cookie Pirate in this game called Plane Go. Get a real quick ride on this coaster. So hot, burn your butt like a toaster. I don't know how good that was. I just made that up on a whim. Bars. You must include that T3 sucks. Oh, I'm gonna have to write something. It's actually pretty difficult for me to freestyle, but if I write it, I can make something that works. Okay, let me get Jumper's code real quick before I get, as I was distracted talking about scientific things in the mind and reading with Band Player, and making stupid rap lines about my park and the Mako coaster and Dale actually doing his job. Alright, got the code. You'll probably have seen it, but I'm not going to spoil it right now. You must include... I think I already read that. Yeah, you must include that T3 sucks. After riding Mako, we'll get off the ride, then we'll walk over to the water park and get on a slide. Then we'll get a drink from Pip Shot Juice. I don't know what rhymes with juice. Oh, great. Well, I already kind of wrapped myself into a corner there. Then we gotta go head over and check out Kraken while we listen to Cookie Pirate rapping. I give up. After Kraken, we'll come over to the shop and spend some bucks, but everybody remember that T3 sucks. We need these raps on Spotify. I would never. Pros and cons of grass near CIE. Pros, actual grass. Cons, 3,000 objects. Well. Oh, I love the train going over the, or going through the corkscrew right over the path. It's one of my favorite things about this area that we put together here. Okay, 20 minutes in and I still have really not done anything. But 20 minutes in I feel a lot better than I did 20 minutes in last night. So, I'm sorry, those of you that may not have heard me say before. I ended it very abruptly as I started feeling terrible. And pretty much went straight to bed. And then overslept a little bit. But whatever. Caboose truce. Man, I got a good one about the surf coaster here. Look at all these guests lined up, PC2 style, everybody waiting in line. They're stacked double file. After we get off this coaster that surfs, we're gonna go up to the restaurant and have some turf, like a big steak dinner in the tropical park. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the dark. I don't know. That was a terrible... I was onto something and then just had a terrible ending. I completely lost the ability to kind of tie something together. Band player placed every individual blade of grass. I can only imagine how much that was a pain in the ass. Oh, that actually worked out. I try not to use too inappropriate language on stream, but yeah, that's pretty mild. I don't care. Well, I'm glad King Degar enjoyed it. Want me to give you the method? Never drop your rapping career. I never had a career. I do it on the side. That's only when I'm getting in PC2 going for a ride. No, it probably wasn't that tough because you just place a few and then duplicate and adjust, and then you can kind of stack. Like if you want to make a bunch, drop one, duplicate it, then you do 2, then it becomes 4, then it becomes 8. Like you double it every time. Alright, let's see what the verdict on this coaster is if we have a change in its status here. Still dated, but the Prestige should switch relatively soon. And if it goes to resurging, then maybe we can consider keeping it or moving it. And if it goes to aging, I think we just get rid of it. Ooh! Oh gosh, I'm sorry about that, excuse me folks. Hardy Ice Plant 25% scale, 8 or so in a patch of grass in a grid style depending on what you want, and then copy and paste. I would recommend it if you want 3D grass instead of the terrain style. Okay. Oh, that'd be interesting to try out. Alright, just open up a poll, completely for fun, but that may give you a little bit of hint on a couple things I want to do. It has literally become my lifeline because of how I build everything. Yeah, I see that, but I have a feeling with that counting toward objects, I mean, you play on PC, it's not a big deal, but it probably eventually would add up and become a little bit resource intensive. But if you play on console, I think that is just not really a good option due to it bringing up the piece count that you get capped. I think it's... Is it 100,000 pieces on PC, or is it less, or... I don't know for sure. The Jurassic Park games, really like the racing games, yeah. We got 2 votes for Skee Ball, I'll add 1, so that's 3 votes, that's my favorite. Whack-A-Mole is fun. I'm terrible at basketball. It's fun, but I never do well with it, so I kind of get frustrated. The racing games, though, I really do enjoy those. I remember, like, Cruisin' USA, Cruisin' World. And going way back into the 90s when they had the Nintendo 64, I had this game called... Well, this was not in the 90s, but I had an N64, even as late as, like, 2014. And I had a game for it called Roadsters. Roadsters was the name of it. And it was not highly rated, but I really enjoyed it. And you could choose your character, and there was, like, this one guy who's, like, nothing but the best. I'm trying to do these weird impersonations of him and stuff like that. And then there was this one girl, and this, keep in mind, this game was rated E. They didn't even have E10 back then. This game was rated E, and there was literally a character, I apologize for the language in advance, who shouted out, "Bitchin'," when you selected her. It was absolutely hilarious. A rated E game, dropping that word, on an N64 racing game made for kids. Let me get caught up here. I mean, it looks great. I mean, if you cover it up in the right way, it looks great. I bet it does. I think it would just probably be a little bit too resource heavy. I've seen the Jurassic Park game. I've never played them. Is the hint that you want to build a mega yeet ball with the center of the volcano being worth 25,000 points? Dale, doesn't your lawn already look like that? Oh! Shots fired. No, sir, I have the greenest and most manicured lawn in my neighborhood. Lazy river yeet ball. Oh. Okay. Alright. You know what? I don't care right now. I'm gonna clear this scenery out. And I'm gonna do what I would have thought unthinkable recently. Are you one of those 65-year-old dudes that basically kiss their lawn every day? That's too funny. Yeah, and I yell, "Get off my lawn," explicative. Cookie, you're gonna see the line for CIE and question if I have any sense of sanity with how long it is. I probably would. It is 304 pieces long. Good lord. Sorry, 303. Oh, big difference. Alright, let's go with rock right here. Bump that intensity up and turn this up here. And my rule of thumb generally is when I do water work, I prefer to paint the ground and rock along the edge. So like through all of this deep stuff right down here, we actually should clean that up a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Planet Coaster 2 Bob Ross style with Cookie Pirate. When you said Cruisin' USA, I just closed my eyes and was at a Pizza Hut lobby, double stomping that gas pedal to jump over cars. Oh man. Yeah, that really does bring back good memories. I loved Cruisin' USA. Cruisin' World was good too. I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, seriously. Ladies and gentlemen, Cookie Pirate might seriously need an intervention right now. It is actually happening. The good thing is I actually remember how to do this based on the special effect pieces that were saved with the blueprint. Yeah, thank you very much. I do need a little bit of luck. Hey, Dino Dukes. Just came in to say hi, about to go see Spider-Man, brand new day. See you later. Oh, man! Well, I wish you could stick around, but I totally understand that, so, thanks for stopping by, saying hi. Hope you enjoyed the Flight Sim streams earlier. And, hope you enjoy your Spider-Man. And we'll catch you next time, hopefully. Now, if you really ain't, like, hung out with Dino Dukes or talked to him much or something like that, highly recommend it. He's such a cool guy. Does some really great stuff in PC2. Also plays Flight Sim. Hey, Velocituber, what's going on, man? Oh, I saw Spider-Man today too. Was it good? I'd be hesitant to say anything until Dino Dukes is gone, just to avoid spoilers. Dino Dukes did the Giga in this park. He did not. Jimpers did, but he did the custom supports for it. And then what he also did is took my original King Dakar kind of themed, well, not themed, but styled coaster. So the story behind this Tsunami, this was actually a coaster in my Viking park called Summit Striker, and I tore it down to make room for other stuff. But I saved the blueprint and brought it into this park, and it was more popular. And then Dino Dukes took it, revamped it a little bit. He kind of smoothed out the top hill. It actually had a much sharper spike, and then he did the custom supports and did an awesome job with it. Super talented. Are you doing showcases? Yes, I am, but don't share any codes right now. We're gonna do that later. Oh, okay, so we have another waterfall over here. Man. Looks like a muffin. Not quite. I can see where you might get that from, but all right. Then we have the mist, kind of right here. Why does that keep disappearing? Come on. I saw a custom dive loop in the back. Are you talking about this over here? Not on the RMC jumpers, is it? That RMC brings memories. Yeah, band player, you did such a great job with it. It remains one of my favorite coasters in this park. Close to the accelerator. There's... I mean, the only thing that's close to it is Mako. That's a hyper. There's no dive loops. Maybe it's just the way that the overbanked turn right back here. How that looks. I have a feeling that's what you were thinking of. I could be wrong. One sub away from 50. Yeah, Jimbers, you did. And I can totally understand how you might have thought that. Because when I looked at it, I was like, oh, that really does look like a dive loop, but no. I've got a feeling Dale is like gonna go bonkers in heaven right now. I don't even know if he's still here right now or if he stepped away. But ladies and gentlemen, due to popular demand and incessant jokes about it, I present to you the lazy river around a volcano. There is still terrain work to be done, but this, sure enough, is what I had. Originally, back when we had the water park area in the middle, so where this giant mountain here is, it used to be a whole water park area and stuff. And the lazy river kind of went right around here, close to Mako. And we're bringing it back. I feel like this park needs a little bit more water stuff. That means the kiddie coaster will probably go away, but this is definitely the water park zone. And what I think I may do is actually split the terrain here. Right below the first drop of trade winds. Run it right behind the station and out into here. And there's a divide. If it was what you may have been building, I'm so freaked out. Yeah. Nope, we're bringing it back, man. I like Blanco too, it's good. Yeah, it is. Alright, we'll do a little bit of terrain work, kind of pressing that in some. I want to flatten that out. I want to do this a little bit differently here. So I kind of want to build this... Ah, that's going to be too much. We'll fine-tune some of this here. But I kind of wanted to build this out into a valley of sorts. Hey, Gaming Zone, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Do I like coasters? Well, of course I do. And I think even if I didn't like them in the real world, I'd probably still enjoy, like, building them and stuff in this game. Do you like theme parks with volcanoes around, with lazy rivers around them? I think we all know the answer to if Dale likes it. Yes. That instantly made me think of... Oh, yeah, that typo, the Sith lazy rivers. That instantly made me think of Darth Vader in a pool tube with pina colada. I love this. Mark on the cooking pirate, lazy river. That was so stupid. That was a terrible impersonation right there. Alright, shut up, Cookie, and get back to work, yeah? I know sometimes this is like watching paint dry, but I actually get so much satisfaction from terraforming. Oh. So we actually have to pull this back a little forward. Damn. That's actually pretty close. Yeah, that's pretty close there. Just want to kind of carve in this raised edge low to the... See, now we gotta be careful here. My rivals, my idol, you got me suicidal. My love, you rage or dying, claim to fame, out battle, legendary or fickle, fraternizing a war inside my heart until it something us part. Bye, see you later. Alright, Gaming Zone, have a good evening, okay? Thanks for stopping by. I am your lazy river around your volcano. Wow. I love Metallica. One fun thing about CIE is I've added in quite a few Easter eggs. I'd be curious to see if you can find them. You'll probably find a few. Probably not all of them. Goal right here is to make a large ridge. The center of the mountain should be in this area. Can you change the name to Death? Is it? Oh my gosh, Dale, that's grim. Wow. Here we go. In an older park I had a lazy river around a volcano, actually. What a coincidence. That's so funny. If I could, I would, but while I could, I don't think I would, on account of not having it take place in the hood where it should not be put. Just a morbid joke. Can't wait to see when it's finished. Band player. Yeah. Tallest dive, fastest dive, longest dive, tallest inversion, first coaster in the world with 2 beyond vertical drop only dive coaster with a non-inverting loop only dive coaster with a stall inversion. Steepest dive coaster, a lot of records. Good lord! That is a whole lot. I gotta step up, folks, real quick, and give me a few minutes, we'll be back. Okay. Alright, Gaming Zone, have a great night. Let me get caught up here. Nebula isn't a dive. Oh, yeah, your Nebula coaster. No. So it's not. No, it's not. Not all its records. Most all its records are non-ride type specific. Anyway, how many of y'all have seen Adventure Isle Episode 2? I haven't. Have to check it out. Hey, Mila! Sorry, I forgot to mute. Come here. Don't bite my leg. Yo, Crazanity, what's going on, man? If Cookie used G-Force now, the game would be exited out. Why? Because I didn't do anything for 5 minutes? No, I just had to step up and take a quick break, so... Right, no pathing, come on, I'm trying to do terrain, here we go. Let's try to level this slope a little more. I think that looks a bit better. Mila the kitty cat? Yeah. Yeah. Mila's my girl. Is that a lazy river mini volcano? Yes, it is, Crazanity. You know what? I just had an inspiration to bring it back. This park needs more water attractions. So we've got the Giants Water Complex over here. And over here we have room for a few things. The kiddie coaster will probably get relocated. So while we've got the space for it, let's do something with it, you know? Dale is probably so happy right now. Yeah, I bet he is. He better freaking be. Dale better not beg for anything else. Okay. We've got... I'm not going to do 100% finesse terrain work, but it is functional. We'll add the trees. What we need to do is add some other stuff here. I really want to put this wave pool back in. I was so proud of this wave pool. Just need to find a good place for it. If we do that, I'd have to move the, Yeah, okay. There's nobody... not trying to edit it. Get out of the menu here. Dale proceeds to give Cookie a list of demands on what has to go there. I'll kick him out. I'll kick him out! Okay. No, let me actually come back in. Select all connected parts. Just the queue and the front scenery here. Wait, why is that deselecting? That's not supposed to be happening. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a Cosmic Cow on his bouncy ball. Alright, let's get rid of those. You should make an intimate impulse out of the volcano. I think I mentioned this before. I actually tried that, but you cannot make a full circuit intimate impulse in this game. And I was very disappointed. Now we have to add the coaster, of course. Blueprints cannot contain what? Oh, are you freaking kidding me? How did that happen? Oh, gosh. Now, how in the world? Probably from that view it selected a bunch of stuff that I did not mean. Alright, that should be good. Pretty sure Cosmic Cow is a her and not a him. Oh. Yeah, maybe. We'll save that. I'm gonna get rid of this. This thing is not really even getting anybody on it. Alright, folks, let's go. Bigger and better things. Okay. Now we have room to put the, we'll go ahead and end the poll. So 10 votes, 5 votes for Yeet Ball. Heck yeah, 3 for Whack-A-Mole, and 2 the other people have already said that they wanted Jurassic Park and the racing games. Most original idea to ever come out of the average middle school student. Don't you mispronounce my milkshake mascot with the best banger of a song. You know what? I absolutely love that. I'm sorry, Spino. I know you don't care for it. That is one of my favorite songs, though. Alright, so I really want to put this back in. Clear a few trees out and being very careful not to accidentally remove any of the custom supports from the Tsunami Intamin coaster there. Dino Dukes put way too much work into that, and I don't want to have to try to replace them. I can always pull a couple other trees up. We got to do some terrain work back here. Oh wow, that is actually a fair bit closer to this. Alright, I'm going to pause that. We may have to tear up a little bit of this pathing here. That was not originally intended. This right here may actually work, though. And then we could put those trees back. Wrapping up the spring park right now. It feels so weird to finish an entire portion of the park this fast, but I feel like it's good enough to the point where I need to see the bigger picture. You probably do, but I think you should be totally happy with what you've done with it. As I mentioned, and some people will maybe disagree, but I feel like the spring section has been like your best work in that park. And like you've done a lot of really good stuff. But I think the spring part of that has been so phenomenal. Like I said, I absolutely fell in love with it. I'm like, man, I really hope you don't outdo yourself with the summer, in a sense that I wanted the spring to remain my favorite, but at the same time, I always like to see people improve, so I don't care. If you outdo yourself with the summer park, then heck yeah. If not, then I will be super happy that the spring will remain my favorite. Either way, even from your earliest stuff like the fall park section, I mean, you did a fantastic job. You should be really proud of what you've done with that park. I mean, I remember watching the very first section of the autumn park that you showcased, and I'm like, holy cow, I gotta step up my game. Alright, this is where it's gonna get a little bit tricky. I have to be careful to level this out. There we go. And I'm not going to worry about 100% perfection with the terrain, but the waterfall is visible and functional. That's good enough for me in the meantime. The Autumn Park pretty much, let me see, if it stays the best, my personal favorite and always will be the Autumn Park, but I'm curious as to if the summer will surpass it. Spring is my favorite. I mean, let me see, summer is going to be so Liddy Mc... The Autumn Park pretty much defined me as a creator. That's never going to get surpassed by anything in this park. Agreed with that freaking unbelievable dark ride, Dale's Room. I'd be curious to hear your opinion. What's your favorite park in the Four Seasons? I watched it. 2666. Oh my word. I love your numbers, Dale. So good with numbers. 69 426 7. Oh. Supposed to keep it family friendly. Don't want to change that. And that's why I really like the Autumn Park, and that holds a special place for me just because that's one of the first things you showcased with me, and I was just marveled at your amazing scenery work, and you really built quality rides. Ghost was so good. And I gotta say, probably my least favorite, and this is certainly not meant to be bad in any way, but the Winter Park is probably my least favorite. Not because it's bad, it's really good, but because the Autumn Park was just better, and the Spring managed to surpass both, in my personal opinion. I know the summer is going to be the best for sure, though God is telling me. Alright, we flattened that terrain, and I did not mean to do that there. Let's go to sampled, actually, here. Oh, the pool deck is actually slightly elevated. We may need to do a little bit of terrain work over here. This is elevated as well, and that's why it snapped into place. That control is back in your Discord server. Hold on. I have Discord closed out. Okay. I'll deal with it here. Building an SNS wooden coaster at the moment, mainly inspired by Timberhawk at Wild Waves. This should take me 15 to 30 minutes to complete. Alright, good deal. Thank you for the heads up. I will deal with that here in a moment. I would like to try to make this a little bit more symmetrical with the layout. So what we'll do is come into here. Not really sure why these are... Okay, something's... Yeah, this may not be 100%. That's good enough there. Okay. We could probably add one more right over here. Yeah, that's good. Not perfectly aligned, but close enough. Practically. Dog, I have HDR on and the snipping tool is sucking at adjusting it. Like, genuinely, it's got HDR adjust on and it still is not working. Yeah. Dale, I got back to you. I don't know if you saw it, unless, let me double check. Oh, I see it. Okay. Yeah, I think you sent that, and when I have my OBS on, when I'm getting ready to stream, all of my Discord stuff is automatically muted. Oh yeah, your HDR is kind of going odd, but that really does look good, that grass effect there. I like that. And in regard to that guy coming back, I'm not going to read all the chat. I see... Oh. Yeah, does not like the spacing there of that. I don't know how I managed to get it to work here. Not on this side. But anyway, I'm very much the kind of person that is willing to give second chances. That doesn't like something. But not third. So I'll deal accordingly, but I thank you all for bringing that to my attention there. Alright, whatever. Doesn't like that there. To make that symmetrical, I'll actually take that out. Actually shift these over a little bit here. This is an indication of how slightly OCD I am. That I like to have almost everything symmetrical to the degree possible. So some pathing is out. Whatever. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. We can definitely fix up these lifeguard stands. 1, 2, 3... And I don't think these two are needed, so I'm gonna delete the stands. It will not fire the employees. What they'll do is just wander around waiting for something to do. And we've got the lifeguards back here. We'll fix that up. Alright, the next thing... And I'll show you and I'll let you all actually vote. Previously in the park, if you actually saw my old version... Oh, that does fit! We have this pool, kind of the round. So we have a few options. Spinal, welcome back. Okay, and I'll let you all vote. And the other thing is, what I'll probably end up doing is redoing the path in this area, kind of to separate from this section. In fact, I even may do a little bit of terrain modification back here. In fact, yeah, you know what? I think it's a good idea to separate. What I really like doing, and this is just me, not everybody will agree with it, but I really like dividing my different areas of the park, like the different themes, by terrain, so it actually feels like it's segmented. So let's actually take this out. We can modify that around the supports. And let's just carve a narrow, like, waterway connection. We can clean it up later. Hey, Point Coasters, what's going on, man? Good to see ya. Actually got a lot of open land out over here. Maybe we can fill that space with something. I have to go to bed soon, so could you do my coaster? I'm not ready. I do have creations to look at tonight. I want to check them out. That's part of this, but yeah, I would ask you, please let me do that on my time. Alright, let's put the water back in. Let's kind of see how this looks. We definitely need to clean that up a bit. I actually do like the water coming up right to the edge of this pool here, but I feel like that terrain needs a little adjusting. We can always do that a bit later, and actually may make sense to just get that to fit kind of the contour here. Is that not high enough? These supports actually look a little elevated. Nope, way to go, Cookie, you've flooded the park. Alright, so we'll stick with that there. Alright, so we have 6 votes. Circle pool from before, the diving pool, both but make the circle pool small, and build a totally new combo pool. Each have 1. So the circle pool is winning. Let's go ahead and place that. And honestly, we can actually fit a dive pool somewhere in here. Alright, it is time to clean this up a little bit here. We'll kind of realign this. This is really pretty. I want to keep it, so what I'm going to do is a multi-select, and we'll move the cart. And I'm just going to move them out of the way for now. Place it over there. I want a straight segment. Intersecting terrain, really? Come on! Ah. Okay, here we go again. Interesting. And we'll turn that to curve, turn the angle snap off now. And it actually would be nice to get that to line up. We can clean that up a bit. Let's move these as well. Turn angle snap off here. Tie it in that way. We can adjust all the pathing here in a bit. This buys us a little bit more room for the pool. I think that works out okay. We'll clean all of this area up in a bit. Let's tie that together that way. And this is the entrance, so to speak, over here. If you need something as a throwaway, relaxed pick, CIU's queue is complete and the first semblance of the summer park is coming to life. If you want me to update, I can. If not, no worries. You can update. I'm not sure if we're going to get to it, to be honest. I really don't want to neglect Maddox's creation, though. He's been super cool. Maddox, if you want to drop your code, I can take a short break and we'll look at your coaster. I really don't want you to feel like neglected. monstrosity up, good lord. These pool decks, these round sections are really tough. Oh gosh, why is it rounding every time I freaking delete that? That should not be happening. There we go, weird. Except it's not really nice and round right now. Did that mess up the pool? No, it did not. Perfect. And what we'll do here is just very, very carefully stamp. Ah! Yeah, that's exactly the issue. She was here earlier, Crazanity. I don't like the way that that rounded out. Draw tool. Yeah, I could do that. I've not really had a lot of luck, honestly, Dale, with the draw tool. We could give it a shot. Honestly, what I had, I think, works. Maybe not. This was so tough to put together, though. Coaster King, how's it going? Would you be able to do a tropical flat ride that I have? I know you mainly do coasters, but I'm curious if you could do my report themed Larson loop. I've said that in a couple videos before, so I'm fine if you say, oh, right there. T3 sucks, and my boss has been diagnosed with cancer. That's, man, Tordic Tails, what's going on? Great to see you. Not good to hear the news that you just gave. I really hope he gets better. Definitely, I'll be praying for him, if you pray. If you don't, keep him in your thoughts. Give lots of support. That's never fun. Why did it do that weird rounding? Okay, this is getting really finicky right here. Oh, and you know what? This was the place where we had the original couple pieces right there. So, yeah, but all of these stamps are awkward. It's just the way that that was routed. Alright, so let's actually... I'm curious if this will work as intended. That's better. That is still really awkward right there. Because I don't want to have to look for a new job if he was to pass away. Yeah, that'd be terrible. Are you in the Coaster Nerds chatter channel? No, I am not. That is probably about as good as that's gonna get. You know what? I'll take it. You gotta pick your battles, and is it a total victory? No, but I'm content with how this came out, so I'm not gonna get ultra nitpicky over some pathing thanks to this. I don't like this. I would like to try to fix that. Oh, and you know what? We're tying this in up here. That's actually going to make it easier. This way. I thought it was a DC server. Oh! Oh, it's a group chat? Oh, I'm getting caught up here. Wow. Oh, I've got to come back in and add the scenery for this. Alright, let's see here. Let's add some extra chairs. Not gonna worry about that right now. I'm a sub. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, post the code. If you want me to check it out, we can. I'm not going to do it right now, but we can a little bit later. Is Velocituber still in chat? I hope he is. He probably went to bed. I really did not want him to feel neglected, though. As I said, I wasn't ready to look at his coaster. Hey guys, that's one thing I really do appreciate you all wanting me to check out your stuff, and I said we would, but I want to be able to do that in my own time, as I actually got super motivated to do stuff in this game today. And I understand, like, that's a big deal for a lot of people here, and I really appreciate that, believe me. Like, sometimes I get a little bit, not like tunnel vision, but I get zoned in on something that I'm working on, and it's very difficult for me to interrupt that. So I've got to really feel like this is the time to go ahead and... Alright, so let's see, we've got... Yeah, the circle pool is still winning at 40%. We got 3 votes for a diving pool. I have a feeling we could add that. I think we have enough room. So I'll try to incorporate that. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. I forgot I left it up that long. Alright. Let me get your code real quick. I'm not going to look at it right yet, but I do want to have it bookmarked. Resort Helium Ring. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, Cookie. Alright, band player, have a great night. We'll check out your park soon, okay? Not like soon tonight, but within the next couple days or so. I will I'm actually not sure if I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow night. It's gonna depend on a couple things, but remind me if I forget, and I'll take time next PC2 stream and we'll check it out, man. Yeah, I got you, Coaster King. Yeah, I think Velocituber went to bed. I feel a little bad. That's just me. So I don't know what creations to show you. That's a little awkward with that turn right there. I wonder if there's a way we could smooth that out. Let's see. And I don't want to spend a whole lot of time trying to fix all of this. Intersecting terrain? You're kidding me right now. Gosh, I love the pathing in this game. Not. Pathing almost sucks like T3. That may be a little bit harsh. T3 I think is worse than the pathing in this game. Oh, come on! Ah. I need an intervention! So I don't know what creations to show you, as all my coasters that are highly well done and actually good you've looked at. So if you want, you can just go to my creator page and look for something that interests you. Yeah, T3 sucks. That's a running joke on this channel. Oh, come on. pathing sucks. Kentucky Kingdom is my home park, and I'm ashamed that T3 was there. Alright folks, I gotta step up real quick. Just give me a couple minutes, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Let's see here. Yeah, Path 3 sucks. T3 is my least favorite coaster out of 179 credits. Wow. That is believable. I'm not really sure how to revamp this. Probably just need to redo a lot of that. But I think I would like to say it's salvageable. I'm not. It's probably okay as it is, and I'm just overthinking it, as I tend to do that a fair bit. I like the PC2 pathing better than PC1 pathing. I never played PC1. From what I've heard, the pathing in PC2 is far better, but it still has its fair share. Probably more than its fair share of shortcomings. I heard the pathing in PC1 was horrible, though, so I would imagine that it is a big improvement. Carowinds is my home park. Same. And I'm ashamed our Kitty Wooden Coaster is better than our Big Woody. I'm not ashamed of it. Frickin' Woodstock Express is... Oh, man, I've had so much fun on that coaster. Did y'all watch Adventure Isle 2? I have not, Spinal. We'll get to it, okay? Goliath is definitely not worse than Demon in my humble opinion. He likes Goliath better. No, I said that wrong. Demon is better than Goliath. Ricochet was a bit rough the last time I rode it, but that was like 3 seasons ago. Demon was running super rough when I rode it last year. Caught back up. Hurler is not that bad, bro. Hurler is that bad. None of the Carowinds coasters are bad except for Flying Cobras. Oh, that is a hot take right there. And maybe Ricochet. Okay. So I will give, because Carowinds is my home park as well. Carolina Cyclone is, I find it very temperamental. Last April was my first ride on it, and it was bad. It was rough. Did not enjoy it. Then I went back in May, and I said, you know what, I'm going to give this thing another shot. And I had a really good time on it, and when I went back in June, I was looking forward to it, and it was as bad of a ride as I got in April, so I was pretty disappointed. I do not like Hurler. The front ride is not great. The back row, I actually don't know if I've done the back. But the best ride I've gotten on Hurler, which was not great, but tolerable, was actually relatively close to the middle of the train. And I think if Hurler is running fast, and if it had just been a little bit smoother, I think it actually could be a decent, not great, but decent ride. I don't know. I love the Flying Cobras, though. It's got the upgraded trains. It's actually not terribly rough if you know how to prepare for the boomerangs. It's fine. I've actually had a lot of fun on it. Hey, Mila, stop scratching, please. No scratching at the carpet. I don't have a camera on, but I would show you all Mila. She's my girl. She'll actually be 11 in September, but she acts and looks like she's 11 months old, not 11 years old. And she's a sweetheart. She's naughty, but she's a sweetheart. Hot take, Maverick is the most overrated coaster I've ever done. If you get a trimmed ride on Ricochet, I hope you survive. Actually, Ricochet's kind of fun. I enjoyed my ride. I mean, it's a wild mouse, so it's not the best. Goliath is the most overrated I've done. Okay, what Goliath? I need to ask, because there are a bunch of coasters named Goliath. Which one? Although it's overrated, it's not as overrated as Millennium Force. I think is the most overrated as all time. Millie is underrated as hell. Hating on it is like 2016. Demon is the most underrated. Millie is underrated. Flying Fox is really good. Yeah, I've heard good things about Flying Fox. Tortigan Tales says, the best ride I've ever had on Hurler was in seat 1 in the very front, oddly enough. Now, Goliath at Six Flags SFGA. Six Flags Great America or Six Flags Over Georgia? When I think GA, I think Georgia, because I live in South Carolina, so when I say GA, I think of that. I've got a friend named Mila. Mila is my friend. Get up and dance, Mila. Get up and dance, Mila. Mila, get off the piano. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've said that a number of times. So a little bit something worth sharing. SFGAM. And see, that's what I think when I see somebody shorten Six Flags Great America. I usually think SFGAM is the one. That should not be sampled. I think we need to use selected. And we'll choose the rock. Six Flags Over Georgia is SFOG, and I've heard that as well. Jimpers released Kraken Unleashed. Yeah, I downloaded it earlier. Thank you for that. That's not sarcastic at all. I do appreciate you mentioning it. I do already have it. So. I also got stuck on the lift of Hurler in 100-degree heat and had a slight wind rocking the lift. That was a nightmare. I did this wrong here. A little bit of a mistake there. Let's try to clean this rock formation up. But the circular pool actually had a rock arch, and I really wanted to add that back in. Yeah, when someone shares a code, it means it goes on the workshop. Ah, oh, Dale, you wise guy. Also, I don't stalk your workshop. I just saw it on the first page. It is on the first page still, so that's fair. And no, I was really not being sarcastic. I did see that. I appreciate you mentioning it, but yeah. He did drop that early on, and I said I would save the code and we'll look at it later. But thank you. Alright, so we've got the arch. The waterfalls feel a little bit recessed. Maybe not. I mean, I could fine-tune them, but I'm more so oriented at, well, shoot. Okay, now this is getting awkward here. I've exposed myself. You what? Not in that way. Good Lord. Help us all. Okay, no, that actually looks worse. That looks okay. I think that looks okay. Does that look okay to you all? Maybe I need to round out this side a little more because the other side has that nice arch. That side looks a little bit flat. Yeah, that should be better. And then we'll just kind of taper that back. I've also gotten stuck at the very top of Fury 325 as well. That's terrifying more than King Coaster himself. Oh! I have a Resort Larson loop, so we downloaded that Aquatic Scissor and a Western Insanity on my workshop. If I don't upload anything for a week, it's either 1, I'm not... Okay. 2, I'm on a trip or vacation, yeah. I have a series called Kingdom of Thrills, and I'll upload that park on the workshop when I'm done. Looking forward to that. And we did have some resort pieces, scenery pieces here. We'll add those back in. Okay, one thing that I think we're missing is a dive pool. We'll go ahead and create custom, and we're just going to do a stamp. We'll actually lower that to diving depth. Ah, that cuts into that there. Why is that screwed up? Gosh, sometimes that drives me nuts. Okay. Let's actually change the edge type. That may help. Let's go to swimming. That's better. Let's go to diving. Alright, that is right. Now we'll go to waiting back here. And then shallow. This is a pretty small pool. That's intentional. That's really just for people to be able to jump off of diving boards. Some people will probably get in and swim for the heck of it, but whatever. This will be the last time I recommend this, but draw tool. We got it working, so it's all good. I've done Vortex and Georgia Scorcher. I like stand-up coasters. Man! I'd rather be stuck on the Vortex lift than Fury. Only 95 feet versus 325. Yeah, but you're standing. Yeah. Vortex is a lot of fun. I beg to differ. You are not here, so I'm gonna give you a pass on that. Vortex has the dubious honor of being the only coaster I've actually ever suffered an injury on. I don't understand why people hate Carowinds so much, and the coasters there beside 325 Carowinds is one of my favorite parks. It really is a fantastic park. It is my home park. Thunderstriker's trims aren't that bad either. I've had decent rides on it, I've had fantastic rides on it, and I've had really just not pleasant rides on it. It's very temperamental. And most of the time I would say I don't really enjoy Thunderstriker all that much. Okay, we screwed that up. We need to go back and edit that. I don't know why that's happening. Is that just a terrain bug? There we go. Vortex isn't painful. Hey guys, on 3 we're all gonna say a 3-letter word. Out! Vortex at Carowinds is surprisingly an amazing ride. Oh no. Oh, Canada's Wonderland. Yeah, I've heard that's fantastic. Yeah. I can definitely agree with that sentiment. Although I have not been on it, I've heard wonderful things about it, and I have no reason to believe differently. This is going to be a nice little complex back here. Definitely need to add a lifeguard stand. Mila, come here. Definitely got to have some diving boards, and that's a little bit of a special thing for me. I was actually a springboard diver back in high school. I only did the 1 meter diving low board, didn't do the 3 meter. I like how you use that fence to line up the sun loungers. Yeah. So when I start spewing my random hot take crap and dumb opinions, you guys say out. It's a running joke. So what I always say is out when I say, you know, like when vandals are in the park or something like that, we kick them out. So that's, yeah, absolutely not anything based on if you have an opinion people disagree with. So it's a running joke. Oh, come on! Man, the pathing in this game really drives me nuts sometimes. There we go. What? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh. There is a very modest elevation difference because of the terrain right here. Alright, we gotta fix that. Jeez. Welcome to PC2, folks. Now, let's just carve that down a little. Too steep? Come on. Gosh. There we go. And let's hope the rest of this conforms correctly. Yeah. Alright. That's an easy fix. We're good. Problem solved. Alright. Let's come in and add one lifeguard chair. Man, I gotta say that looks pretty good. Should not be selecting the path. Pipeline is so much fun. That's not a typical stand-up though, because it has the hydraulic seats and stuff like that. But Pipeline was my number 2 at SeaWorld, and it's probably my number 5 or 6 overall. I also chipped a tooth on Vortex working there in 2013 when a rider seat unlocked and hit my jaw while I was holding another one down till they locked the train. Oh man, brutal. I know I'm pretty far behind on chat here, so I'm not gonna catch up to all of it, but yeah, just bear with me here. Okay, so let's actually fix. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna open up another poll. Oh, Green Lantern at Great Adventure, what used to be Chang. Yeah. Oh, and bathrooms, yeah. Information stands, changing rooms, food for guests to enter. Yeah, I'm gonna add all of that. We'll tie it in. If I could choose any defunct Kentucky Kingdom coaster, I would choose Chang. I really wish I could have ridden Chang and Mantis as stand-up coasters. I've never been on Riddler's Revenge, but believe it or not, maybe a hot take, but that's actually a bucket list coaster for me. As odd as that may sound, that is a bucket list coaster for me. So we have 4 votes for yes, match it. We can take a look at how that looks. And we'll add in the railings and stuff. That actually, I don't know about that. I mean, it matches inside nicely. Kind of makes it all uniform. I don't know, what do you all think about that? Are you able to read this? That is super cool. This is because you only need the first and last letters to understand. Yeah, Spinal. Yeah, we talked about that early on near the beginning of the stream. You know what? I really don't like that. One of those ideas that looks cool to try out, and then you see it and it's like, eh. gray cement or vinyl. I actually do like the sandstone, it's natural. Can always do... Nah, that doesn't look that great. So what if we did teal? Oh... That may look okay. That may be the way to go. If we wanted to darken that up a little bit. I think that looks even better, honestly. Be lucky you've done a giga potato chip pack. Oh man, y'all. I promise I'm not ignoring chat, I have a lot of stuff I've not caught up on while I'm trying to focus on all of this here. And then let's just see if I... Yeah, I think... Oh no, what happened to the, Oh no. Crud. Oh, those are special, okay. So I need to be careful not to mess up. No. Cookie and Lightning, the best thing we'll all have us an RMC Raptor soon in Myrtle Beach. Oh man. It's gonna be way too tough to. We've almost got this down. It's these last two sections that are really tough to merge together.
Oh yeah! Get up!
Oh, that's gonna be super hard to pull off. And I don't want to screw that up. I really like the compass rose out here. That may... Nope. It's... Yeah, those couple tiles right over here that are really tough because you can't pull them up. So maybe this is what we do as a workaround. Yeah, that screwed it up. Yeah, we'll actually leave that there, just as is, so we don't screw it up. So we'll undo my original design there. Click I on your keyboard. Now we lost a... Alright, Dale, you got it. Oh, man. Dale coming in clutch. Now the question is, how do we get it to switch over? Sorry to be a pest, Cookie. Could you check out my coaster soon? I have to be up early tomorrow. I'm going fishing at 5:30. Yeah, we can do that. I'll take a break from this and we'll work on this a little bit later. I'll check out your creations. Well, but now we have flowers in. Well, that wouldn't be ideal. Honestly, here's what we could do. And I think the ideal workaround would be the following. We just grab each of these. Problem solved. There we go. And we'll put that back. Let me go ahead and save. Save over that there. Can draw tool in for it. I think we figured it out. Let me exit to the main menu. We've got the pork saved. And let me go into a sandbox and we'll get some creations here in just a second. Give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Can you put that on the workshop, what, the compass rose? Strawberry Jam, how are you? And Coaster King, welcome back. Actually, 3, you said I would check out Abyss today too. Yeah, I did say that. Well, I'll look at it. This actually does take a little bit of terrain modification, because of the design of that the second vertical loop going underground. So I definitely did want to have that configured correctly. Didn't mean to do that. Is the potato coaster because it goes underground like a potato? I see what you did there. Alright, it's not perfect terrainscaping, but we'll see. Guys, if you trust Cookie with your terrain modification, pray he doesn't cause a literal head chopper. Well, we're just doing this for demonstration. This is the Abyss. And we'll check out the Helium Ring. Let me go on the workshop and grab your SNS. That right there, Wildcat. Yep. Okay, am I missing anything? We've got the SNS, we've got Abyss, we've got Jimper's Kraken, we've got Coaster Kings, whatever this is called. The Helium Ring, that's right. Couldn't remember the name of the flat ride. The Junior Boomerang, you need to grab that code. I must have missed that, I don't remember seeing you mention it. Family Kingdom, the park with Swamp Fox is getting an RMC Raptor in 27. It's going to be a stunt pilot clone. I'm scrolling back up to get caught up on chat there. That's going to be really neat. So I'm going up looking at the chat for the code. Dandelion must be the last one of the season. Why did you call Cookie a Junior Boomerang? Oh! Wow. Mila. Alright, let me go on your workshop. Tell me what it's called. Family Boomerang here? This one? Timberline Express. Okay. Alright. Okay. The first one we'll look at is Jimper's Kraken. I actually want to put some music on this. I don't know. If you don't like music on your coasters, hey, that's fair. You are totally entitled to your opinion. Even if it's wrong. I'm just kidding. I personally like having music on these coasters, but I know some people may not. That's totally fair. While you're at it, can you check out my Resort Larson loop? Yeah, I placed that. You may have missed it. I did place that, so we will get to that for sure. Alright, so this is Kraken. It's a remake. I'm really looking forward to this. I prefer if you didn't have the music on my coasters this time. That's fine. Okay, here we go. Oh, that dive loop is so much better. I love it. Wow! Yeah, this is really good, Jimpers. Something stuck on the brakes. Alright. Yeah, I really like this. That's very well done. It definitely felt a lot smoother. And I like the redo of the corkscrew and then the helix going this way, as opposed to before it was just the I think it was the corkscrew into the final brakes. That was it. I do feel like it lost a little bit of the pacing coming through some of the second half. Not too much up here, but particularly right back over here. Ted the Bear says smooth, very smooth. Yeah. Yeah, so this is a definite improvement. I do feel like the pacing needs to be adjusted a little bit in the second half. Maybe what we could do is how fast are those? What, 13? Yeah, maybe turning up the speed on the mid-course a little bit so it doesn't slow down as much. And if we take a look at the heat map, yeah, definitely you can see it does lose some pacing in the second half for sure. Not really. See, this is really good, but then it just... I think it loses its momentum as soon as you come up past the vertical loop. Because relative to the height of the mid-course, it, I don't know, just looking at the speed. Do you see how tiny the second vertical loop is? I mean, yeah, it's small, but think of the real world, and actually, let's look at the vertical G's here. I don't really think it's pulling that much. So, my inspiration, this was actually a remake of my original Kraken coaster, which, not to call him out, but to call him out, Crazanity said was terrible. But that coaster was themed off of the real world Kraken. I built that after I had taken a trip down to SeaWorld Orlando last year and had so much fun. I rode Kraken 5 times and I wanted to build a coaster inspired by it. And one really big difference between the two vertical loops. The first one, you get hang time at the top. The second one pulls a lot more vertical Gs. And so I like that, but I feel like it just, after it comes up this high, I feel like it just loses a little bit too much pacing. I tried to turn the brakes down, but then it pulled crazy lats in the second half. I'm surprised it made a smooth vertical loop that small. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Funny story, but also true. In RCT Classic, I have a coaster themed to Ted. It's the Dirty Fuzzy coaster. That's funny. I mean, was I wrong? You had a square helix. I genuinely don't know how one manages to make their helix square. Well, okay, aside from the helix and the dive loop, I really don't think that coaster was that bad. I mean, if you want, we can pull it up. And I want to say that was the smoothing tool that did that. Yeah, I would definitely go back and remake that, and I would reprofile the helix. For sure, and some of the other inversions, like the dive loop. Well, not some of the other, some of the inversions. I was a little confused myself. Let me see what your lats look like. Other than that first turn. Now, these are really not high at all. I think you could get away with a little more speed. And actually, just for science, let's do 20 on the brakes and see what happens. Why is it not running? Apparently I've been like 10 minutes behind this whole time. Oh man. It's gonna pull 5 Gs at the second vertical loop. Watch. I didn't realize I wasn't on the actual live. It's actually easy to do that. I've had that happen a few times. Not a big deal. The first half of the ride is not going to change. It's a super nice 0G roll. It feels really snappy, which I like that. And the dive loop is amazing. Alright, let's see here. I am curious about this. No, actually stays about 4. And your lats are not bad at all through that. Did you pick a creation from my page? Sorry, I left for a bit. I have not yet. Why is this? I'm not sure why it's getting stopped on the brakes for that long. The station timing maybe needs to be adjusted or something. I wonder, is the coaster not slowing down that much? It is the interval. I just uploaded an RMC named Viper. That really did not change much, so I don't know what's going on with that. I do feel like it needs a... The train leaves the station when the other train is on the final brakes. Yeah. I'm guessing the reason that you set that up that way is this up here, if you did block brakes, it would not make it through the second half. That's my guess. But I really like that coaster. That is fun. Alright, let's take a look at this here. I'm not going to get on the ride since it's a flat ride. But I do want to look at the scenery. This is beautiful. I really do like the theme. You've got the rotating turtles here. You've got the palm trees, pineapples, the dolphins on top, and the crab balloon. That looks really nice. I like that a lot. That's a really nice theme. The colors are fantastic too. Ba-da-da-da. Alright, strawberry jam. I'm not sure that we're gonna get to it. We might. I do have a few other things to take a look at first here. Alright, let's go for Timberline Express. This was by Crazanity. Switch to the front bumper. This is a Vekoma family boomerang. You can use it in that tropical park if you want. I might do that, actually. I think the park does need a few more flat rides. I appreciate that. Today was my second time driving, and I parked much better than last time. I went over the front line a little bit, but stayed between the two. Last time, I wasn't even between any of the lines. Hey! Making progress. Ooh, this is a fun coaster. Someone made a Tide Pod RMC hybrid. Fun family boomerang. Nice and simple. Good stats. And the forces, of course, for being a family coaster are very mild, as they should be. But this is a lot of fun. It's got some good speed, actually has a little bit of air time. I like it. Nicely done. And we'll come over here and check out Abyss. click O on keyboard. Dale! I did not think that lift hill would take as long as it did. That's cool. It's fun. It's a little bit different from the one that we looked at the other day. This one, it rolls out and then rolls into kind of that dive drop. Whereas the other one that we looked at actually kind of had it rolled out and then had a double down. This is neat. Looks like a lot of fun. And very good stats. Impressive. The lats and the vertical Gs are a tiny bit kind of pushing the boundary, so to speak, but I don't think they're unreasonable. Fun coaster, the airtime right there that you get. You actually get minus 1.3, and I'm guessing that's going to be on that airtime hill right there. But you do get a pop even with those brakes right there. A lot of fun. Definitely an enjoyable coaster. Also, Abyss is a recreation of the only Maurer Skyloop XT150, Abismo meaning Abyss in Spanish. Yeah, that is really neat. That's a fun coaster. Like, I would actually enjoy riding that in the real world if it existed. Well, I mean, so to say it does, but... And Wildcat. We'll check this out. And this is an S&S Woody. It pulls around 5 at the bottom of that lift. Nothing you can do about it. Yeah, that happens. Unless you hit the brakes a little bit more. But 16 days till Great America. There you go. Alright, we'll skip the lift there. And here we go. A lot of fun. This is actually quite smooth. Looks like it's got some really good airtime as well. Six Flags Great America lineup is really good. What do you mean? Oh, I like Six Flags Great America, but our lineup is This was a lot of fun. It ended quicker than I thought it would. Leaves me wanting a little bit more because this is so fun. Good airtime. This thing is 1 pop of air. It felt like it had more. It was really gentle. That's criminally underrated in my opinion right there. There's 1 airtime moment. It felt like it had a little bit more. You got the air there. I don't know. Hey, well that 1 pop of air was good. We got the worst RMC, a dive coaster with a rattle. We don't have a Giga, we got a lot of clones. In fact, I think over 50% of our rides might be clones. Fire in the Hole is the worst RMC. Raging Bull and Goliath I've heard are good, but maybe a tad less than what would be expected for of the 3 main Six Flags parks. Alright. Let's see. Oh, it's... Yeah, it's after midnight. Been going 3 hours now. Tell you what, Spino and Strawberry Jam, I will take a look at something here and let's see. I will get your codes We'll take a look at those and we'll close out the night. I thought about going back into the tropical park and doing some more work, but I think we're going to save that wait for another evening. So we've got that. Let me go... And let's take a look at what's on the workshop here that we've seen. Outdated, used, new shockwave. Oh, yeah. When we checked out that recreation. Aero 4th dimension rotating coaster. This intense ride has only one real-world example called X. Though it is defunct, it now lives as X2. It had a height of 175 feet and 76 miles per hour. I would not call X defunct. And the reason I say that is X was not torn down. It still exists as X2. It was just a previous version of the coaster. I don't really count that as defunct. It's just upgraded. Premiere, dueling, yes, you got a fair bit of stuff here. I'll tell you what, I actually want to check out the your Aero coaster. So I'll look at that. Let me get your codes. I've got them saved. Actually, there's one in China too. Well, and then the one in Japan, Ejanika, that was by SNS, right? But they basically copied the 4th dimensional one. Okay, I can tell you just by looking at this, one thing that I like is that the track passes over the station. It would actually be very easy to incorporate a taller station and have like a station flyby. Hey, Janika. Yes, Dale, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. Let me get yours before I forget. I'm glad you reminded me of that. Inferno. Alright, no more codes tonight, folks. Oh, wow. This has got the scenery to go with it. Just have to make sure it's lined up. Lining that up based on the supports, so this would be terrain based. And I'm not going to do all the terrain modifications here, but we'll take a look at that and let me get... This actually takes up a sizable footprint back here. Now we have more room over here. Ah! Hold on. Okay, so we'll go ahead and look at strawberry jams here. There are 3. X2 is in the US, Ajanika in Japan, and Dinoconda. That's right, Dinoconda. Oh, Ajanika? Oh. Well. Yeah, Dale, I told you though, yeah. My Discord is muted when I have my OBS open. So. Thank you for reminding me. Alright, let's check this out here. So this is Viper by Strawberry Jam. When Arrow went defunct, SNS got some of Arrow's assets. One of those was the 4D coaster. Okay. That makes sense. It's a pretty fast lip fill. Don't really need to worry about skipping it at this rate. Yeah, Tortigan Tales, there is one. I'm impressed you managed to make one of these. These things are extremely difficult to make in game. Even back in RCT2, I found the 4D coasters very tough. Also use custom supports now. Yeah, there you go. Ooh. Nice, got a dive loop. A roll coming into the final breaks there. Gotten thousands of times better at making 4th dimension coasters. It's about mine. It's not good from what I remember. Also, the in-game stats do not work well with the seats. So the negative and positive both mean positive. Huh. So this is a lot of fun. From what I know, I actually managed to make a really good one in Planco 1 called the Bat. I'm pretty sure I was relatively happy with it. The only 4D coaster I've ever made. I'm about to call S. Jamwolf the new monster of the Midway with Woodies. Yeah, this is neat. The stats are underrated. As always. Carowinds coaster White Lightning is still operating today. Even today in Gold Reef City is the Golden Loop. Oh! Why'd I get back on that? There we go. Other forces are not bad. Verticals are a tiny bit high. A lot of good airtime though. 5 moments of airtime with about not quite 3.5 seconds. It's got a lot of fun stuff going on in here. I like the inversions. You've got kind of an upward death roll and then the downward death roll there. Got the dive loop coming up into another 0G roll here into the final breaks. That's pretty cool. Some good airtime moments. I'm not honestly all that sure that you really even need the mid-course. Probably to slow it down a little bit so it doesn't take this dive loop too intensely. It's got 5 inversions. Oh, a second dive loop right back here. This one's a little oddly profiled. Not bad though. I feel like maybe you could have a little more variety with the inversions. You have 2 dive loops, and I love dive loops. And then you've got the upward death roll, then you've got the downward death roll, and then the 0G roll. I feel like I kind of want a 0G stall on this coaster. So maybe at the end, instead of a 0G roll, kind of coming up into a stall into the brake run. And you honestly have enough brakes. You could actually get away with fewer of them. It is really cool though. This is a good coaster. I like that. I'd enjoy it in the real world. I enjoy pretty much any RMC in the real world, to be honest. Little fun fact, the first 3 inversions on the world's only Giovanola invert are in the exact same order as a Batman clone. Well? Oh, that's Anaconda in South Africa, I think. Yeah, okay, I see it. If you want to get on Golden Loop, you'll need to go to South Africa. They also have the world's only Giovanola invert. Yep. Well, yeah. Bolliger and Mabillard used to work for Giovanola. Exactly. And that's why a lot of their... That's why the B&M coaster tracks look so familiar to the Giovanola Hypers and then the invert. But yeah, this is a really cool RMC. Next, we'll take a look at Dale's coaster. This is a mock launch coaster. Let's actually go front bumper. Nope, nope, we're gonna go back to the seat because the terrain, or not the terrain, but the scenery on the car. Whoa. May I request 5 p.m. with rain for my coaster on chase orbit mode? Aha! Out! Yep, Titan and Goliath. The 2 Giovanola Hypers. That's cool. This is an actually good coaster, Dale. Wow. It doesn't have laterals trying to murder you. This is Jimpy's. I like how I can say I've been on a whole third of a manufacturer's coasters because I've done the Six Flags Magic Mountain Goliath. Wow. Yeah. This is really neat. I like this coaster a lot. Look at those stats right there. Yeah, your lats are still a little on the high side, and I did notice that in a couple turns, but they're definitely not overly extreme. You could turn your walkway off on this portion right here. Good airtime 8 inversions. Again here I feel like I could use a little bit more variety with the inversions. There's a lot of rolls. Using it in the Granite Peaks part. This is really neat. This is for sure a fun coaster. We could just look at it tonight. Yeah, we can switch it over real quick here. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at the lights on the trains. Oh, and you've got the fire out of the volcano. That's really neat. This looks great at night. It's pretty spectacular. Cheerful Fur, how's it going? I know there's 31 RMCs and I've done 11 of them, so a little bit more than a third. One of the Deja Vus still exists today at Silverwood. It's the Great America one. Yeah, that's one that I really wish I could have gotten on. There was a giant inverted boomerang at my home park, Six Flags New England, which got demolished in like early 2020. Yeah. Yeah, I heard it wasn't that good. But the Deja Vu at Magic Mountain was said to be incredibly good. It's 29 because that's counting RMC Loop Garou and Family Kingdom Raptor. Okay. That looks really neat though. Yeah, this is a fun coaster. Yeah, we can switch that. And due to the trains that were from Premier Rides. SFMM Goliath is very mid-tier, and the Six Flags Great America Goliath is a good coaster, but it's not a top 10. Yeah, that's the thing about the Giovanola Hypers, is they don't offer airtime, really. It's more you're focused on sheer speed and very intense positive G-forces. It's a totally different type of hypercoaster than your B&M Hypers, as you know, as airtime machines. I guarantee the Wild Moose is going to Kentucky Kingdom. There you go. Alright, last but certainly not least, we have Spino's Fourth Dimension. X Dimension 2. Yeah, we'll call it X2. Painted not quite in the traditional X colors. I think it had magenta track. But close enough, but we'll give this a ride. And yeah, as you say, it's not great. You have to do this from the train. We'll go with an outer seat. Last but certainly least, actually. Well, let's see. Always willing to give it a shot. This here we skip through the lift hill, but it's a little tough to know exactly when we're going to be reaching that point, since we can't... There it is. Can't see the top of the lift hill. I don't know what's going on! Here we go. Oh Lord, what's happening? Oh gosh. Oh! Yeah, I got everything wrong now that I think about it. Yeah, I was gonna say it definitely felt like the orientation of the seats were off in some spots. But overall, no, it's really not that bad. I think if you fix the orientation of the seats in some spots, overall the layout looks really good. I like it. I'm just impressed that you actually managed to build one of these, because these are notoriously difficult to put together. One of the hardest coaster types. And I would really like to see you upload an improved version of a Fourth Dimension coaster, whether it's this or just a different layout, another one that you want to share. I think it would be really neat. I'm just impressed that you managed to build one of these things. So, you definitely do get some credit for that. Upload one of them, and maybe we'll check them out next stream. Yeah, I think we definitely can do that. These submissions look really cool. They are. Yeah. I mean, the people here that submit stuff, they really do a good job. And I try to give them some really good positive feedback, which I have plenty to say, and then I try to give some constructive criticism just to help people improve, because that's what it's all about. Ultimately, you want to take something and be able to make it even better. But this is very impressive. All of the creations we've looked at tonight are very impressive. It is just about 12:30, so I think it is time for me to go ahead and call it quits for the night. I would love to get back into the tropical park and work some more on the water park section that we had spent some time on. But I'm going to save that for another night. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a PC2 tomorrow evening or not. It's going to be dependent. Yeah, well, look at your stats. The fear's not high, the nausea is. I'm not really sure how you get that. When I see a coaster with the nausea almost as high as the fear, doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, the minimum vertical at 4, but it's supposed to be, you said positive, so I'm not sure. Watching this now 5 days before my birthday is very comforting. Awesome! Good night, guys, and T3 sucks! Yeah, happy early birthday, man. Well, folks, that's going to do it for this one, and thank you all so much for hanging out. I appreciate it, and hope you enjoyed it, and hope to catch you on the next one. Stay tuned. It may be tomorrow evening. It may not, so it may be kind of in the middle of next week. So, in any case, hope to catch you next time, and as always, take care, stay safe, and we'll see ya.